previous game. Looked like Everest beat them 6-1. I'm not sure who they were playing. Came in late, so we'll be getting going soon. So obviously we do things a little bit different here. I'll catch some warm-ups down here for a little bit. Kind of move around. Not sure how good the sound quality is. It's super loud in here, echoey, so I apologize if it is. Karate, I don't have my mics or anything. Not like I talk a whole lot anyway, but nonetheless. We got about 1:30 left in warm-ups here, and we'll get this game going. Playing Everest Global. They have two teams here. They have a Top Everest, and then I believe the Everest Global here who are playing. The other Everest team, as I said, the previous game here was 6-1. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday morning here on a long weekend. The guys went out last night downtown. I did not make that trip. I plan on doing that probably tonight. It was a long day yesterday with the hotel fiasco and moving hotels and all that jazz. So by the time we had dinner last night, we were able to walk to a little place that had really good service and really good food. So, all right, boys are finishing up warm-ups here. Get this game on the road. Boys, today I suspect ninth is going to start out. The Mayhew finished out last night's second game, so I would imagine it would be Chase Knight tending the goal for SDP. Well, we're going to reposition here, so let's walk. So we're going to compete with some netting, otherwise low. I think we'll try low, but we got less than ideal. And Chase Knight is in goal. We're going to start out with Nelson and Cruitt back on the blue line. We got French, McKinnon, and I believe the other Nelson. Start this out here. We're off. Everest it up down here through. Entering into our zone, go get a quick shot. Just seeing if Mr. Knight is awake, and it appears that he is. Quick shot, knocked down by Knight, taken out by French. French dumps her in D. McKinnon gives chase. McKinnon moves it up to the point. Back down low to French. French loses a handle on that one. Nelson gives chase. quick shot. And that's another save for Mr. Knight. Switching up lines here, we're going to go back to, looks like, send in Fazio and Hansen with Lubran and Knox, I believe. Pressure there. Knox up the center, intended for DeFazio. DeFazio, nope. Knox sends her shot on goal. Tries to get one across the middle there, and Hansen picks one there. He's coming back in hard. Shot and knocked down. Little mishandling of a puck by the goalie. In fact, DeFazio had a whack at it, and I said Hansen. SDP coming out with, we got Brooks, Matthias, and Kohler with Zellinger and Cray back on the blue line for him. Punch forward by Brooks, and Cray could not hold zone. Oh, Cray took a pretty nasty little hit there. And we'll have our first power play. SDP is setting up their power play unit of Hansen, DeFazio, McKinnon, Nelson, and I'm learning all the numbers here and names, so. Puck could be held in there. We won that face off, but so they'll get a little sit with it, regroup. It's enough for DeFazio. DeFazio's going to lead the charge up here. DeFazio sends it over to McKinnon. McKinnon holds up at the blue line, sends it over to back in the middle to Hansen. Hansen loses the handle there and could not hold on. DeFazio back at the puck here. Chase there. Direct. Sets her up. DeFazio couldn't hold the blue line, but good body position to prevent a breakaway going back. McKinnon with the puck. McKinnon leaves it back to Hansen. Hansen over to DeFazio. DeFazio takes a look and takes a quick shot in. Goaltender mishandled the puck yet again, and they send it down. Page 3, brings it back to McKinnon. McKinnon up to send in, challenge. And that's how we go. Knight stops behind the net. Witterbrand has possession, trying to get across the blue line. Makes the blue line, holds up, sends it over to French. French back to Woodbrand, sends it over to French wide open, and they get a goal. Beautiful. Tic-tac-toe. Looks like, I'm sorry, like I said, it looks like French got that one from Zetlinger and is it Cole? Like I said, sorry I butchered names. So, 11:07, we are up on rip right now. We got Matthias, Kohler, and Brooks out there. Kohler kicked from the circle. It looks like Matthias will go ahead and take the drop. And it loses the draw there. A little bit of a broke up play there. Luckily, didn't turn into much. Kohler giving a hard chase. Played some body back in that corner. I know it's hard to see. Shot just off the shoulder of Knight. Deflects into the netting. We'll have a face-off, I believe, on the right of our goalie. Puck battle back behind the goaltender there. Everest comes out with it, sends it out to the blue line, and held the blue line, put the shot on. Sticked away by Knight. Everest up the blue line, shot on. Stick pushed away by Knight up to the right corner. Trying to get it out here. Another shot way off target by Everest. Nice body play over there in the corner. See, now we're moving out. Just chase. Pushed off the puck. French has it back with McKinnon. Leaves it for Nelson. Nelson, quick shot on. Held by Cray. Cray sends her down low to McKinnon. McKinnon leaves it for French. Look at the time space. Quick hit. Quick shot. Shot blocked. Another shot. French throwing the body there. Back. Everest comes and just chips it in. Gets a line change. So we'll regroup here. Back out we come. Nelson's in. Nelson's going to take that in deep with him. Trying to give possession. Nelly back on the blue line. Sends one back deep. And a quick little shot. Bouncing puck there. Play broke up by Craig. Sends it back in deep. Bodies being thrown around here. Out there with possession, gets held up a little bit. Nelly working down low behind her net, looking, gets it up. Hansen to Fazio, and looks like they get a quick shot, which looked like a pretty good opportunity. Goalie was just sprawled out, and the puck kind of got sucked into him. So, well, face off two. Left of the Everest goalie. 7:58 to go in the first period. We are up. One rip. I'm going to send in Hansen and Fazio out there with Pruitt. And Nelly out the blue line. Nelly takes a little hit. Trying to hold the blue line. Does not. Get her back to send in. Intended target. Shot was blocked. Fazio sends it back down low over to Nelly. Nelly has it tied up there. There it shoots out. Awesome save by Knight. Read that well. Send and give and chase here. Playing keep away with Everest. Send and almost had his man. Everest just trying to tip it out, and they're in. Just roughed a little bit by DeFazio. They still got possession. Play a little physical here. These guys, it seems. Pruitt had a nice hit. Switching route. Got Brooks, Starkey, and Matthias out there. Send Starkey up here. Oh, sorry, Matthias. Matthias steps. Sends over to Brooks. Couldn't handle that pass. Knocked out the puck. We regained possession. Matthias couldn't handle that. Oh, good little quick block. Brooks enters in for some help and could not hold the zone. Looks like a shot off of Jason Smith there. You have the soft little chipper. Way to use your head, Mr. Knight. Brooks is off. And looks like it'll be an offside. Everest just got enough to trip him up or slow him down on entry. So we're back to French, Nelson, and McKinnon. Wittebran and Knox back on the points. Knox just chips her back in low. Oop. Knox misplayed the read a little bit. And they score. Just a misplay. Looks like Knox a little slow to get up there. Didn't see what happened on that one. He took a puck off the skate. We're back out to we'll hold tight with French, Nelson, and McKinnon. Nelson's going to take the job. McKinnon comes in, pulls up, turns over. French up to Nelson. Nelson coming through the middle, gets it to McKinnon. McKinnon washed out. Quick shot, and we got a goal. Looks like Nelson. French. I believe assisted by French. Nelson from French, and I think that's it. 4:35 to go, 2-1. I'm going to switch it back out here. We're going to have send in Hansen DeFazio. DeFazio pulling the draw here. Setlinger and Trey, I believe, are back on the blue line. Curry just dumps her into the middle. A little battle back in the corner there. Hansen couldn't contain. Holding the puck in a little puck battle here. Trying to get it out to the point. And DeFazio just takes it out. Regroup here. chase on that, so we're going to get a full chase. Hanson back pestering a little. Chipped up, couldn't hold the line. We got offsides. Well, actually, it looks like Hanson's going to have a penalty for roughing. So we'll go on our first penalty kill. And it's Hanson, 2 minutes for roughing. 3:25 left to go in the first period. And looks like we have a broken stick. Stays up right of Chase. Sends it around, they hold the zone. Everest goes D to D. Check shot on, looking for a redirect out front there. Pruitt gives right here in the corner. Everest gets off the point. And deflection knocks it up here, sends it up to the netting. Looks like Kohler and Starkey are replaced by McKinnon and Nelson, I believe. It's 2-2. That was a power play goal from Everest. Looks like we have a 3-on-1. Beautiful save by Mr. Knight. We're still holding on to the own. Big hit by Brett. Well played. Big body. Offside, so the boys have to take up there. Here comes Everest. On point to the netting. Take French had a stick on that for the shot. Hanson trying to get it out. And just misses the back end up and over. They had him beat. Seconds left here in the first period. I'm going to pop off here and I'll come back in a second. And another good stick. Sensor on the play. 9:24 seconds left to go here. Score is tied 2-2. I believe it was French and Nelson with the 2 goals. That's an end of 1, so we'll see you back here in a few minutes. All right, we're back here, guys. Sorry, I had to run to the gentleman's room. All right, Brooks is going to leave it here. Sends her in deep. A little bit of pressure going. McKinnon with Frank. Nelson says attended back for McKinnon, but that was broke up. Through it, plays it well, sends it over to McKinnon over to French with the shot on and glove save. Nelson will take the draw here. Left of the Everest goalie. And loses, but French helps him out. Nelson regains. He can't hold. Bit of a cluster down there. Everest has possession. Gets her back to the point. Bothered by French here a little bit. Quick shot, point blank, and Knight makes a save. We'll switch it up. Back up with Fazio, Senden, and Hansen line. Fazio's going to take the draw right of Chase Knight. Trying to get her out, gets it out. Here we go, back to Senden. Senden's working down low here. Takes a good pile up back there behind the net. Senden tries to get out front to Fazio. Fazio loses the handle. And that puck was tipped out of play. Fazio just chips it out. Right across. Leaves everything good. Senden gets it out. The Fazio gets Chase. Got Hansen driving to the net and just off target. Back to Senden over to Craig. Craig's just going to chip it out to the Fazio at the center ice. Fazio enters the zone, just looking for some help. Gets her to Senden down low. Senden bothered there a little bit. Senden still has possession of the puck in. He trying to get it back in. To Fazio trying to get it direct in. Hansen holds the line and loses the handle. Just a quick little flip over the ice, and we got offsides. Well, what should have been outside. Hansen with the puck here. Coming with some speed. Trying to get it to Fazio on the back door. Everest is coming back. And Snipes, no goal. Goal. We got back a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Leads it. Quick shot in. Off the post, Starkey. Off the puck here. Leaves it for Brooks. Brooks couldn't handle it there. Starkey gets it. We'll send it down low. And it looks like we're going to have our first penalty. Looks like it'll be the second penalty on that feller for roughing. Alright, so it's 9:52 here, the second period. We got ourselves a 2-minute power play, and puck hits netting. So we got Hansen and Faz, Nelson, Senden, and McKinnon.
Fazio and McKinnon back on the point here. Hansen taking the draw. Tied up. And they go for a quick chip out. We couldn't hold the zone. Excuse me. Up to Hansen. Hansen holds it up in the corner. Gets it out to the Fazio. Fazio, it's over to McKinnon. McKinnon to take a quick grab and right to their golden glove. 9:20 here left. Minute 29 left in the power play. Sorry, I don't have my balancing camera shit with me today, so I'll have it at the next game. Quick clear. Well, here we go. And it looks like that was just a misplayed breakout. Nelson coming up with speed, working around everybody here. Gets it back to the point. McKinnon circles back down, back to McKinnon. Leaves it for Fazio. Fazio takes a quick rip and he scores! There we go. Looks like McKinnon, Fazio. 8:33, 3-2. Yeah, McKinnon, Nelson, and French out there. French with a little finish of his check here. Puck nicely played. Nelson's coming in. And well played by the goaltender. And a little extracurriculars back there. They didn't really necessarily like the hit on French. Well, he's up. A little shook up maybe. Tweak something a little bit. Winning the board's hard, so see what comes of this. Sorry, that wasn't French. That was McKinnon, I believe. Sorry, French is going the box. French was not real happy with, or Nelson. Nelson was coming down, and French wasn't real happy with the way that played out by Everest team, so he gave him a good two-headed chop to the back, put him down, and we will be going on. Well, I think maybe they took them both. They did. So they took them both. So it'll be 5-on-5. Sticking up for his line mate out there. Go over to Fazio, send in, Hansen trail and Hansen and rips, and he just snipes the corner. Hanny from DeFazio, I believe that. Or sorry, DeFazio to Hanny. Beautiful play. Way to get 7:42, 4-2. Hansen from DeFazio. up some pressure here. Starkey misplayed that one a little bit. Just shot behind him. There he goes. Starkey sends it back in down low. Brooks back there to go to work with Kohler. Kohler coughs it up a little bit. Brooks throw a flipper on. And it looks like a little more feistiness going on back there. I will say Brooks is one of those type of small player guys that knows how to get under the skin of opposing teams. He's feisty. Looks like they'll settle it down there, switch up some lines, and looks like Everest is going to match. Clearly the coaches are kind of wanting certain lineups, it appears. They send one out there. Cole to Knox. Knox is holding on to it back there. Spins out of it. Chips it up and gets a little help. A little pile up in the corner. Sidewall, sorry. Oh, just lost his edge. And looks like we're going to have another power play. Looks like Knox drew a play on that. Hanson ties it up. A little assistance from Sendin. Sendin gets it back to DeFazio. DeFazio takes a quick little rip. Nice and low. And Everest clears. Knight out to stop the puck. Gets her back to DeFazio. Sendin coming up across the center ice into their zone. He's coming in with speed. He got some. And he was trying to bounce her off the back of the goalie. Out to DeFazio. DeFazio leaves it back for McKinnon. McKinnon thinking back to Nelson. Nelson going back toward DeFazio. DeFazio trying to go top corner. Just sends it a little high. McKinnon back here. Gets it back down to DeFazio. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon's going to take a rip. Bodies pucks, and he covers it up well. Good pressure. 5:48 to go here in the second period. 4-2 SDP. We got a minute and 2 seconds left in our power play. Looks like the second power play unit will come on here. We got French Pruitt, Witterbrand, Nelly. Nelly back to Pruitt. Cole's thinking here, and he takes a little shot. Oh, French just missed the handle there. Holds, gets across in the lanes. Working down low. A little chipper out to the point. Sorry here. Quick shot, point blank. Nelson back fighting for it. Getting help from Fred. And just missed the handle. Ren tips it back to Pruitt. Pruitt circles back to our blue line and coming across center ice. Enters into their zone. Back behind the net here. It's kind of stood up for a second. Beautiful hold in the zone. Well played, Nelly. French has possession, looking, He's going to get it back. French still has it here. Loses the handle, but then receives and holds his own. Nice hit from Nelly. We got a guy coming up. Tested and chipped. Not out of his own. Here we come back. We got Pruitt coming back. Just gets a glove. Oh, they're going to play it. Pruitt gets his own pass. Sorry, he recovers his own shot, I guess. Knox with it there. Couldn't be handled by... Oh. There we go. Matthias out there battling. And come back here. Knox is able to get in front of some sticks. And that's questionable. Could have been a penalty, but the refs are letting them play a little bit here anyways. Shovel it up, just a miscommunication there. Trying to chip it out, they hold. A little congestion around the sidewall. And it goes back. And Starkey out here looking for... There's Kohler, dumps her in on net. Starkey gives chase. Picked off by Nelson and just shot high over the net. Nelson back down low. Sends it across. Quick shot high over the net. Nelson down back to Nelson. Nelson there's contested a little bit. Nelson trying to hold. A little quick shot on, and Knight decides to cover it up and take the whistle. Slow things down a little bit here. Knight's been playing well. Sorry for the shaking. My hand's getting tired of holding the phone upright. We got back Hansen, DeFazio, and Senden. Senden's out here. He gets it over to Hansen. Hansen just couldn't get a handle on that one. DeFazio gives chase. Chip it back up to Fazio. Fazio's going to take possession. Just couldn't get the handle on these pucks here. Kind of bouncing around. Trying to get it settled down. Fazio's going to win this foot race. Nice stick handling. DeFazio comes back. DeFazio takes a quick shot. Goalie shuts him down. Leaves it for Hansen. Hansen looking at it. Gets it out to Pruitt. Pruitt sends it back down to Hansen. Hansen just slipping through people. Gets it down low to Fazio. Misses. Whoa! Just a redirect we missed from Senden. Hansen tries to rip one from center. Oh, Hansen intercepts again. Sends her back down low. We got Fazio down there. The Senden battling at it. Hansen. Decent hit. Looks like we got in. Got some really good chances from this line, but they missed the guy hanging out back here. And he's gonna... Nelly wanted to give him a little bit of punishment, but didn't get all of his check on that one. Nelson back here at our line, across to... is trying to chip it through French. Got him moving. Zetterberg hopefully just going to rip one down. They're down low. SDP really stepping it up here, turning on the gas here, and kind of taking control of this period. So a little bit of friendly pushes. So all right, guys. So we're gonna do ice. I'll jump back on here shortly. I'm gonna stop the live stream, so we'll be back. Yeah, let's go get the door for these guys. There's all your grandkids and